Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to a special economic weather report brought to you in association with the BNZ. Today we're going to have a look at building consents. This gives us a measure of what's happening in the building construction sector and generally how healthy the housing market is. And this number, which shows that building consents, which includes apartments and regular houses, actually rose in February by 30% from the same month a year ago. Sounds great. But when you look at the trend, which takes into account some of the seasonal variations and some of the big ups and downs in the month, you can see that the trend growth has really slid away in the last couple of months. From about March to about November last year, the trend growth in building consents was running around the 2 to 3% mark per month, which is pretty good. But it's really dropped off in the last 3 or 4 months. That's because people are concerned about what might come out in the budget on May the 20th. Changes to tax rules for property investors that could make it less attractive to invest in rental property. Also, the banks are being cautious. And if you look at the lending growth figures coming through from the Reserve Bank, you can see that there's not much lending growth coming through. So it's harder for people to get easy, cheap money to put into a deposit for a house, particularly a new house. Also, when you look at what's happening in the apartment sector, there were only 13 units approved as a building consent for apartments in February. And that's the lowest monthly figure since July 1995. Obviously, in the big cities, particularly Auckland, there's a surplus of apartments on the market at the moment, and that means not many people are keen to build brand new apartments. So overall, it shows that the housing market is stuttering along a bit. It's not really recovering strongly, and it's in a bit of a holding pattern until we find out those details on tax changes in the budget on May the 20th. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was an economic weather report brought to you in association with the BNZ.